Here's what's happening in the city of Rockville. We get you up to speed on the Rockville city election, introduce you to a special neighbor, and say thank you to Rockville's volunteers. This is all the latest news in the city. This is Rock 11 Now. Hello and welcome to Rock 11 Now. I'm your host, Bridget Suiso. We begin this October edition with an update on the Rockville city election. There are 4 council seats and 1 seat for mayor up for election on Tuesday, November 5th. Here's everything you need to know before you hit the voting booth. This year, voters will decide between 2 candidates for mayor and 6 candidates for 4 council seats. They will also be asked to vote on 3 advisory referendum questions related to the elections law in Rockville. This came about as a result of a review of the city charter by the Charter Review Commission. 3 advisory referendum questions will appear on the November 5th ballot, asking voters to respond with a response of yes, no, or no opinion. Number 1. In the city of Rockville, the term of office for the mayor and the council members is currently 2 years. Do you favor increasing the term from 2 years to 4 years? Number 2. City of Rockville elections are currently held every 2 years, in odd-numbered years. Do you favor moving the city elections to be held every 4 years to coincide with the presidential election? Number 3. The City of Rockville is currently governed by a mayor and 4 council members. Do you favor increasing the membership of the Rockville Mayor and Council to a mayor and 6 council members? Rockville operates under a council-manager form of government. Under this form of government, the 5-member elected mayor and council is responsible for establishing policy, passing local laws, and developing an overall vision for the city. Here's a look at the candidates running for city council this year. Council members Bridget Newton and Mark Prashela are running for mayor. 6 candidates are running for 4 council seats, and they are Beryl L. Feinberg, Donald H. Don Hadley, Tom Moore, Virginia Onley, Julie Polakovich Carr, Claire Marcuccio Whitaker. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. For polling locations, special transportation options, and other election information, go online to rockvillemd.gov/election13. Keep it on Rockville 11 for the most news on the city election, including candidate statements, debates, and results. For this episode of Meet Your Neighbor, we have a special young man to introduce you to. He's 11-year-old musician Avi Chittum, and he stays quite busy with his involvement in the Rockville Regional Youth Orchestra and buglers across America. Jennifer Ligsay has the story.
We're here on the grounds of the historic Glenview Mansion, which serves as a venue for a number of the city's arts programs, including the Rockville Regional Youth Orchestra. Today we got the chance to meet a member of the orchestra for this segment of Meet Your Neighbor.
On a normal practice, I would go and take out the mouthpiece and I would buzz in it, and then I would go up and down the scales. And then I would do something called sing, buzz, play, which is where I would sing the notes so that I would know them. Then I would buzz the notes so that I had a feel for them, and then I would play them on the trumpet.
That's the routine of trumpeter Avi Chittum, an accomplished instrumentalist for a musician his age.
I'm 11 years old. I'm moving into 6th grade at a school called MGBHA, Melvin J. Berman Hebrew Academy. I have an older sister and 2 younger brothers. I've played jazz, classical, rock.
Having mastered scales in a number of songs, Avi's trumpeting career began with a shofar, an instrument made out of a ram or goat's horn traditionally used for Rosh Hashanah.
When I was in 3rd grade, my parents bought me a trumpet since I was really good at playing the shofar when I was like 2 or 3. And then I had my first couple of lessons at the LLM music shop, and I learned the scales, and then they tested me to see what I have learned, and then I got a Star Wars book and I learned the national anthem, and it was really fun.
And it was Avi's skillful playing of taps that earned him a spot in Buglers Across America as one of the youngest of a primarily adult group to be able to play at ceremonies. Buglers Across America is a group that plays for funerals and memorials for the men and women that have served the country.
I was excited and I felt really honored, and I learned about it because my tutor Joe, he told me about it because he's in it, and so we were practicing for my Boy Scouts, and we were practicing the bugle calls, and he was like, I think that you do really good inside Buglers Across America.
Avi also picks up his instrument to play for the Rockville Regional Youth Orchestra.
It's a fun environment for kids to practice and learn new songs and practice their songs, and then they get to audition, and when you're inside an orchestra, they get to feel for it.
When he isn't performing, Avi continues to broaden his music skills, and this past summer he attended a music camp at the University of Maryland.
I did a composition class and a jazz class where we would practice that kind of stuff. So I made one track with a kid who also did composition, and so I have it on a CD.
And with his musical repertoire constantly growing, what is Avi's favorite piece to play?
I haven't even finished it yet, but it was the Star Wars theme song. I like it because I own all the movies and I've seen them a lot, and I know what it should sound like, so I have it pretty much memorized.
When he's not playing his instrument, Avi is an active Boy Scout and swimmer for the Potomac Woods Swim Team and the Finn Swim Club during the winter, activities that Avi has an interest in continuing for his future.
I kind of want to be in the Coast Guard, and so do my parents, because I'm fast and I'm good at swimming.
And while the future holds many opportunities for 11-year-old Avi, he still plans to make time for his music.
I think I might be a music teacher during the school years, and I might have a lot of fun with that. Music is a way of expressing yourself and helping each other learn new things in it, and it's a way of exposing yourself instead of just being shy and like that kid that stands out.
For Rock 11 Now, I'm Jennifer Ligsay.
Receiving a heartfelt letter in the mail is a nice treat for most, but when the recipient is a U.S. soldier serving in Afghanistan and the sender is a Rockville summer camper, the experience is even sweeter. Soon, 800 soldiers will be receiving letters from campers half a world away.
You guys are my heroes. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you so much. There are no words that explain how thankful I am. Thank you.
These are just a few of the sentiments expressed in cards made by kids participating in Rockville summer camps and playgrounds. Superintendent of Recreation Betsy Thompson explains.
The kids really like it. The leaders say that the kids really think about it, that it gives them a chance to know what's going on outside of their own neighborhood, and it really gives them a feeling of gratitude for somebody that they don't know, but that they know what they do. So they hear about it on the news, they talk about it with their parents, but this really gives them a chance to do something special for the troops.
More than 800 cards were sent to our nation's troops serving in Afghanistan from kids in the city's summer rec programs.
About 400 cards went over with the July shipment, and then about another 400 will go over in September. And so the kids, I told you, write a variety of things. One of them, I love this one. It says, "Attention." It says, "This is an important message from a small girl who lives in the country that you are so courageously fighting for." And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she lists every state of the 50 states and says, "Here's a list of the 50 states that you are fighting for."
The cards will be sent through the Montgomery County Association of Family and Education Treat the Troops program. The city of Rockville relies on the work of its many volunteers to help keep our community thriving. From the many coaches to the members of boards and commissions, volunteers in the city make Rockville a better place. Here's the recap on an annual event that recognizes the work of Rockville's volunteers. A family-friendly movie night on the lawn of Glenview Mansion was the setting for the city's annual Volunteer Appreciation Party. It was a festive, appreciative vibe at the event, according to the volunteers in attendance.
Extraordinary. It's really, really great. I am impressed, and you can see around, everybody's happy here. They got a lot of smiling faces and full bellies, so everybody's really happy. It's great, super.
This event is a very generous thing that the city does. In fact, the whole recreation schedule of this city impresses me. They put on the car show, among other things, and they spend a fair amount of money doing it. And it is, of course, primarily for the benefit of the citizens here, but everybody who comes from far and wide also appreciates it.
It's so fun. It's amazing. Like, there's the magic person, there's food, and it's just awesome. Definitely get involved. Getting involved just helps you learn new things, and when you get involved, you can learn what you like to do, and it might help you in future things.
Here's a look at the numbers of what Rockville's volunteers contribute to the city. For the fiscal year 2013, there were close to 1,000 volunteers who gave of their time and energy to city activities. Most volunteers give a minimum of 40 hours per year, which means that's at least 38,400 hours of dedicated time on the baseball field, in meetings, and making recommendations on how to continue to keep Rockville thriving. Rockville volunteers participated on and attended meetings for more than 30 boards and commissions and task forces in the city. The city's volunteers collected approximately 200 bags of trash from Rockville's streams and creeks during Earth Month. The holiday drive collected more than $50,000 in food, toys, and gift cards for families in need. Rec and Park Sports Division coaches give a combined estimated 7,500 hours annually to Rockville games, practices, and mentoring of our youth. 206 teens participated in the Summer Leader in Training program, the highest enrollment ever for teens leading at Rockville summer camps. The city would like to say thank you to the coaches, the members of boards and commissions, the LITs and seniors, to the election judges, task force members, and event workers. Thank you for giving up your evenings and your weekends in order to make Rockville a better place. And now for a personal message of gratitude from the members of the mayor and council. Rockville's District 17 expressed their gratitude at the event to Rockville's volunteers.
I think that the citizens of Rockville should say thank you to so many of the people who spend their time volunteering and making sure that things work right.
Well, I think it's really important. First of all, it's a lot of fun. You get to meet your neighbors and people from neighborhoods you don't even know. So that's a good thing. The other thing that I think is really, really good is that when citizens volunteer in local government, it's a great way to become involved, of course, but it's also a great way to kind of bring some humanity into government.
The opportunities for service not only enrich the community, but enrich you as a person. So I'm deeply grateful to the city, and I say to everyone, whether you want to go on transportation or human rights or you want to go on economic development, get involved, because you'll enrich yourself as well as enriching others. So it's always been a wonderful experience here.
Well, I want to thank Rockville's volunteers, and that's why we're here tonight. It's a great night. It's September 11th, so it's also a night to remember where this country has been. And September 11th has become, for a lot of people, a day of volunteerism. I know a couple years ago I worked at a homeless shelter on the 11th. I think it's nice to have a night like this to welcome and to reward volunteers. And volunteers really make so many things run.
To learn more about volunteering in the city, go online to rockvillemd.gov/volunteer. October is National Community Planning Month, and we wanted to take this opportunity to recognize our own Community Planning and Development Services Department for all the work they do, from historic preservation to development and permitting activities in the city. The city's Fire Marshal's office is also a part of this department, and this month also happens to celebrate Fire Prevention Week. Here's an update on what you need to know about a new change in smoke alarms and how to keep your home safe.
I'm Rockville 11's Jennifer Ligsay, and we're here today at One Rockville Home with Aaron Smith of the City Fire Marshal's office to find out what you need to know about the new Maryland smoke alarm law.
The leading cause of a smoke alarm failing to operate is that the battery's been removed. The second leading cause of a smoke alarm failing to operate is that the battery's dead.
Thanks to a new Maryland state law, those batteries will now stay in place to notify homeowners and their families in the event of a fire.
These long life batteries are sealed into the smoke alarm unit such that you can't remove them, you can't affect them beyond the life of the battery. So you've got a much more reliable product that's far more likely to serve the mission it's designed to do.
And when you accidentally set off the alarm, you don't have to worry about removing the batteries to quiet the device.
Most smoke alarms manufactured after about 2009 have a hush feature, and what this does is this silences the smoke alarm for a finite period of time so that when you've burnt toast or bacon or steaks or what have you, the smoke alarm is not going to create a nuisance for you. But at the same time, you're not able to disable the device, rendering your family in danger.
While National Fire Prevention Week is observed in October, Smith wants to remind residents to keep your home safe from fire loss throughout the year.
In line with this year's Fire Prevention Week, the National Fire Protection Association is focusing on cooking safety. One of the bigger causes of home fires is cooking, and the biggest thing that happens is we begin cooking and then we get distracted by something else, our iPads, our phones, our televisions, kids running around the house, what have you, and we forget that we're cooking. So when you're cooking, cook.
Residents should remember to replace their alarms 10 years from the date of manufacture, which can be found on the alarm itself. If no date is present, the device should be considered as being manufactured more than 10 years ago. Those with hardwired smoke alarms should remember to replace them with another wired device and not an alarm that is only battery powered.
You want to test your smoke alarms weekly. If you have a family, particularly small kids or elderly, get them used to the sound of a smoke alarm, let them know what that means, and have an escape plan. When you're testing your smoke alarm, it's a great idea to practice your escape plan.
For more information on smoke alarms and other fire safety tips, visit rockvillemd.gov/fire safety.
There are some specific provisions in
The City of Rockville Senior Center hosted a variety of activities recently, from an all-day exercise event to the annual Concert Under the Stars. Rockville 11's Katie Giardi has the story.
I'm Rock 11 Now's Katie Giardi. The Rockville Senior Center is known for offering fun ways to stay involved in the community. We stopped by 2 recent events to see how Rockville seniors are staying active. Seniors got into fitness at the all-day exercise event meant to provide an opportunity to demo different classes and programs offered at the center. The recent expansion of the Rockville Senior Center includes state-of-the-art fitness equipment designed to accommodate seniors of all fitness levels. Seniors also had the chance to receive free health screenings. The all-day exercise event showed just how much the Senior Center has to offer Rockville seniors. Seniors also had a chance to relax at the Concert Under the Stars. The Rockville Swing Band entertained a crowd of neighbors and music lovers at the Senior Center. There are events happening all year long at the Rockville Senior Center. To get involved or learn more, call 240-314-8800 or go online to www.rockvillemd.gov/senior-center and click on events.
Registration for men's winter basketball is now open. Jennifer Ligsay tells us more about the league in this segment.
Adult sports leagues are in full swing in Rockville, and we want to let you know that the city's sports programs division is getting ready to get into basketball.
We're offering men's winter basketball, and it's for individuals 18 and older.
Thanks to a partnership between the city and the Recreational Athletic Sports League, aka Razzle, men's winter basketball in the city has seen an increase in participation, according to sports program supervisor Jen Betts.
We started out with Razzle more so as a working in partnership with fields and assistance with leagues and stuff like that, and now we've grown into a bit of a more expanded partnership. And basically, it's been a great experience for both of us, I believe. We've really been able to touch a wider base of participants and gotten the word out for both Razzle and the City of Rockville how great our programs are to the public.
Registration for men's winter basketball and youth basketball is now open. Recruit some friends and sign up as a team, and interested athletes now have the option of signing up individually as a free agent.
Sport in general, I think, is one of the best tools, whether you're a ultra competitive athlete and are going to play at the collegiate level and high school level, or you're just going to have fun. For youth specifically, it develops social skills, sharing, team building, and not to mention great parts of it as physical fitness, healthy lifestyle living. For adults, miss that 5 p.m. rush hour and come play in a league.
Men's basketball is just one of the many sports available through the city's sports programs division.
We're continuing to offer new programs and build on our existing programs, and I think, Rockville's a great place to come and play. So if you're interested, contact us.
And you can contact the City Sports Programs Division at 240-314-8620. For more information on men's basketball and other sports leagues in the city, go online to rockvillemd.gov/recreation/sports.
Now for some news you can use from our Jennifer Ligsay.
Hello Rockville, I'm Jennifer Ligsay with this month's News You Can Use. From fun Halloween events for the whole family to fall leaf collection in the city, we'll share everything you need to know to make the most out of the month of October. This Halloween season, Rockville has fun for the whole family at the city's many spooktacular events happening from mid to late October. On October 18th, head to Croydon Creek Nature Center for a magic show and a spooky but not too spooky nature walk. On October 25th, stop by the Senior Center for the Hallowishes Party or the Twin Brook Community Recreation Center for the Monster Mash Family Dance. The next day, come enjoy games, crafts, a petting zoo, and more at the Halloween Haunt at the Thomas Farm Community Center, or check out the Halloween Bash for a night of music, pumpkin decorating, and even a costume contest. Finally, Tiny Tots Halloween celebration will be on Tuesday the 29th. For more information, go online to rockvillemd.gov and check out the Events tab, or call 240-314-8620. The Rockville City Police Department is joining forces with the Drug Enforcement Administration for yet another National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on October 26th, Rockville City Police will collect expired, unused, or unwanted prescription drugs for safe disposal. In the 5 previous take-back events, the DEA, in conjunction with the state, local, and tribal law enforcement, has collected over 2 million pounds of unwanted prescription medication. To learn more about the initiative, go to dea.gov. For more information on the October 26th collection, call 240-314-8922. The Rockville 10K 5K is back again, happening Sunday, November 3rd, and will begin and end at King Farm Village Center. Start time for the race is 8:30 a.m., but runners can take part in a pre-race stretch at 8 a.m. The day will end with a post-race brunch near the finish line provided by local restaurants and stores. Go online to rockvillemd.gov/recreation/sports to learn more. In 1957, the city of Rockville established a sister city relationship with Pinneberg, a small town in northern Germany. Now, more than 50 years later, Rockville's relationship with their sister city is stronger than ever, with many exchanges taking place over the years. The Rockville Sister City Corporation, or RSCC, is hosting a delegation from Pinneberg, including the mayor, in their homes from October 4th through 12th. During this time, a photography exhibit will be installed in the lounge of the Rockville Senior Center, courtesy of our German guests. An opening ceremony for the exhibit will be held on Sunday, October 6th, and it will be open to the public until October 11th. Also this month, the public is invited to join the RSCC for a wine tasting event on Friday, October 25th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Glenview Mansion. This event will support future exchanges between Rockville and its sister city. To make a wine tasting event reservation, become a member of RSCC, or for general Sister City information, visit rockvillesistercities.org or call RSCC President Gita Mulligan at 301-230-0890. It's that time of year again. As the leaves fall to the ground, your Rockville Public Works crew is ready to scoop up the leaves from neighborhood curbs. Residents should rake leaves into the gutter or immediately adjacent to the pavement if no curb or gutter exists. Leaves can be raked anytime immediately before or during collection week. Please remember to place leaves at the curb by 6 a.m. on the collection dates, making sure that all sticks and other objects are removed from the piles. Only use biodegradable paper bags, never plastic. Look for the fall 2013 leaf collection schedule online at rockvillemd.gov to determine your specific collection area and schedule. For the past 17 years, Rockville has dedicated one day a year to remembering and celebrating the life of F. Scott Fitzgerald, author of the widely popular American novel The Great Gatsby, who happens to be buried right here in Rockville. The 17th Annual Fitzgerald Literary Festival will return to Rockville on October 26th. The event will take place at Montgomery College Rockville campus from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come hear speeches from renowned authors, take writing workshops, watch the 1974 film of The Great Gatsby, and take a tour of Fitzgerald haunts led by historian Mary A. Van Valgoy. The festival is sponsored by the F. Scott Fitzgerald Literary Conference, Inc., in partnership with the City of Rockville and Montgomery College. To register for the festival and for more information on details of the day, visit montgomerycollege.edu. That's it for the October edition of News You Can Use. Go online to rockvillemd.gov to learn more about these events and more happening in the city this month. With the combined effort from the county, state, and the city, Capital Bike Share is now in Rockville and throughout Montgomery County. We're here at Courthouse Square kicking things off with full team coverage of today's launch event.
First of all, this day reminds me a lot of the adage that says failure is an orphan, but success has many fathers. Boy, have we got fathers and mothers here today.
There's no question that Montgomery County is the leader in bike paths, bikeways, and bike share because the momentum. We don't have crowds show up in other areas of the county for a groundbreaking of a major building. And here you have all these folks that are really behind what County Executive Leggett, the County Council, and their state delegation really stand for.
It's a wonderful occasion for the county. Unfortunately, it took us a long while to get to this day, but when you look at the enthusiasm, the number of people that turned out, I think that it provides us with a foundation for an expansion, not only here in the city of Rockville, but throughout the entire Montgomery County, in Friendship Heights, Chevy Chase, Bethesda, and Silver Spring, all over the county. We are joining a regional network, as you know, from the District of Columbia, Arlington, Fairfax, Alexandria. So I think it's exciting for the riders, for our young people, for any and everybody who want to be part of the bike sharing program.
A lot of people emphasize that biking is good for the environment, or it's good exercise, or it's convenient. You don't have to pay for parking. There's a lot of good reasons to ride a bicycle, but I think the main reason is because it's fun. And I think bike share is going to open up the fun of bicycling to a lot more people, and they're going to realize that it's a great thing that you can incorporate into your everyday life, whether it's getting to work, getting to the gym, getting to the metro, just getting around. That's a lot more enjoyable than driving your car.
That's what some in attendance of today's launch event had to say. We want to send things over now to Chris Pfeiffer to learn more on how Capital Bike Share works.
Now that Capital Bike Share is here, we wanted to find out how it works. So we talked to Rockville Pedestrian and Bicycle Coordinator Kevin Belanger to get the scoop on the program.
If you have the full year membership, that's what this thing does here. It's $75 for a full year membership, and it gives you unlimited 30-minute trips you want to take around town. If you go over 30 minutes, it costs you $1 per every 30 minutes on top of that. You'll take your key fob, you'll stick it into the hole right here. You'll wait until the light turns green, and you'll just hop up on pull the seat back, comes out pretty easily. When you're done with your trip, go back to the station, find an empty dock, and just shove it back in, wait till the light turns green, and you're good to go. You can walk away from it. When you get to a station, you'll see each one of them has a map on here that shows where all the bike share stations are. The maps in the Rockville stations will just show the ones in the Rockville, Shady Grove, Life Sciences area. You'll see that there's a nice grouping in Town Center. You'll see there's a nice grouping out here at the universities at Shady Grove and the Life Sciences Center. And we tried to make destinations from between metro stations and other larger pedestrian and destinations. So yeah, we've got 14 in the city itself, total of 21 in this whole network up here. Hopefully we'll expand in the future.
Well, that does it for this October edition of Rock 11 Now.
Remember to follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. And on behalf of the whole Rockville 11 team, thanks for watching.